the zoning board of review the session. The fire exits are to your rear. These exit here take you into the building. So your two fire exits are to your rear. I'm gonna ask the solicitor to do a roll call, please.
The clerk, Mike New.
Here.
Len Doig.
Here.
Ross Pelletier.
Here.
Keith Cludier.
Here.
Bob Crow.
Here.
Russ Lockley.
Here.
John Studley, Associate Planner.
Here.
And Dave Igliozzi, Solicitor.
Thank you. Okay, this time here. There we go. Okay, I'd like to have the approval of the November 2nd, 2022 meeting. Do I have a motion to approve the minutes of the meeting?
So moved. Seconded.
All right, made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Disagree? Nays? None? Okay, now at this time here, also I want to look at the calendar, 2023, Kerry submitted. I have no problems with the only one I thought it's going to be difficult is the July 5th meeting, with the 4th of July being the day before. What day is that on, July 5th?
Wednesday.
Wednesday, okay. I'm sorry, yeah, it should be. But really, there's no other way to do it, right?
Correct.
So I just wanted to bring that up to our attention, that it'd be right after the 4th of July. Okay. Do I have approval for the meetings, meeting schedule?
So moved.
Made by
Second.
Ross, seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Ayes have it. Okay. That. Okay, now we have ratification of decisions. First decision was Scott Marcotte, Assessors Plot Map 33, Lot 6, 13.37 Hill Farms Camp Road. Applicant is seeking a special use permit and a dimensional variance to construct a new family home 50 feet from the rear property line where 90 feet is required. That was, yep, okay, that decision, I got a motion made and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any nays? No nays. Our next one is owner applicant Amy Barrett, Justin Peters, location plot map 304, lot 12, 2260 Victory Highway. Applicant is seeking a special use permit to operate an existing campsite business. Do I have a motion on the floor to ratify as it was presented last month?
I make a motion, we ratify this decision as presented.
Okay. Motion's made and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Okay, next one is Robert Dimitri. Assessors plot map 316, lot 32, 12 Summit Road. Zone visual rural village road community. Applicant is seeking a special use permit to convert the existing church into a single family. Look like he's gonna do a nice job over there. Everybody approved as presented.
I make a motion, we approve this as presented.
Okay,
Seconded.
motion's made, and seconded. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Okay. Old business. Okay, we have Antonio Ashuro Angelino. Census plot map 104, lot 1, 567 Main Street.
Mr. Chair, I'm sorry, I had to swap pens quick. Can we please hear the application of James Nelson? He had surgery yesterday.
Okay, no, that makes
Okay,
sense. Okay.
thanks.
Gene Nelson, Census plot map 45, lot 89, 17 Kilton Lane, zoned R20. I will have to sit down on this because I own property to the rear of it. Russ, I'm gonna have you take over.
Yeah. Better than you.
Can't really raise your right hand, but that's where you want to just stick your hand up.
How's that?
Swear to tell the whole truth and the truth on this board.
Yes, I do. Just seeking variance for the front left corner of the garage. It goes on an angle to almost 7 feet to the back left. Due to the new septic system we just installed, it only gives us 11 feet if I did a 6-foot offset. And wouldn't it 4-foot offset off the property line on the left front corner would give us 13 feet to get in the backyard with any equipment.
You came before us 2 months ago.
Last month.
Oh, it was last.
Yes, it was.
There was some question about, we're looking at the possibility of if there was any wiggle room there. Everything's pretty much stayed the same, correct?
Yeah, 4. I marked out the 4 and the
Right,
6.
right.
And it only give me like a foot difference between the septic and the garage.
So
It was tight.
Yep.
I took a ride by and the 4 feet off was actually more like 7 or 8
7 on the back
on the
left.
back end. So it's not even, it's just that one corner.
Yep.
The lot kind of squares off.
I went by there also. I don't see really much of an issue
No,
with this.
I've been by a couple of times.
Yeah,
I don't have an issue with
I
it.
don't have an issue with it. It looks fine.
Is anybody in the audience, want to take a seat? We'll see if anybody wants to talk about it. Don't walk too far. John, anything out there?
I make a motion, we vote on this tonight.
I second it.
Motion's made and seconded by Keith, and then by Lenny is seconded. That we vote on this tonight. All in favor, signify by aye. Any opposed, nay? Yes, have it. Okay. Roll call. So, Mr. New. Lenny,
Approve.
Ross,
Approve.
Keith,
Approved.
also approved. Application approved. Good luck.
Okay, go back to Antonio and Cheryl Antonino. That was, location, it says plot map 104, lot 1, 567 Main Street, zoned I2, industrial 2, application seeking a special use permit and dimensional variance to expand a residential structure in an industrial zone. The addition will be 13 feet from the front property line where 50 feet is required. Is the applicant here?
Yeah.
Okay. We continue this. So everybody can go out and take a look at this.
Yeah, we
Is there anything you'd like to add, sir? I'm gonna swear you in. Give your phone number and address.
My name is Tony Angelino, 8 Kylie Way, Coventry, Rhode Island.
You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth in front of this board?
I do.
Thank you. Is there anything you'd like to add?
No, just if it could be approved, then we can move forward. We've been trying to keep up with the paperwork. I met 2 board members. I met Ross and I met another board member there. And they looked around, so maybe they have some input on what we did.
Okay. I'm gonna ask you to take a seat. Any board member have anything they'd like to contribute to this? Okay. Is there anybody from the public that would like to speak on this application? Please come up. Please give your full name and address.
Kimberly Broder, 590 Main Street, Coventry, Rhode Island.
I'm gonna ask you to raise your right hand. You swear to tell the whole truth and nothing but the truth in front of this board?
I do.
I'm sorry, can you spell your last name for the record, please?
Yep. BRODE, E as in Edward, UR.
Thank you.
Yep. Not used to speaking in front of whole group like this. It'd be easier if you guys were in Johnny's. So it is a very impressive plan. This is an ambitious project. I Have to agree. My concern is that 28 by 28 garage and the clearance to the river. We're only 50 feet from the river. We're very close to the floodplain. And the septic. What are the protocols that he has to work with for the septic?
He'd have to have a state-approved system. Am I correct, John?
Yes, that's correct.
And so he would not be able to put a septic system in unless the state approves the design that he has submitted.
And that happens after zoning approves the variance, or I'm really new to all this.
Sometimes they get it approved that before or afterwards. It really makes no difference because he can't do anything until the state does approve it.
Because it's very close to the river,
I
and
agree with you.
I am concerned whether there'll be construction equipment put into the backyard or even the garage, because that is potential for leaching into the river or stuff like that.
He'd have to put up a filter type goes all the way around
Okay.
to keep in case something does go wrong.
Okay, because we do use the river. We live across the street. My husband and the kids have always fished in that river. So,
You mean during construction? During construction?
During construction,
Right.
yes, until it's completely done, he would have to have I call it hail bay.
okay,
New
yeah,
type of systems out now.
okay,
And he'd have to, DEM, that would also be in his permit. They will have to outline to the state
mhm,
where all of that would go. So that would also be required by the town and by the state.
okay. So there are two overseers.
That's correct.
Okay, all right. And then my other question was, is there a height limitation to this garage? Is it going to be 2-story? Is it,
As far as I know, we cannot go any further, John, am I correct, for 35 feet?
Yes, that's correct. That's the height limit for the main structure in that zone for a single family home.
He'd have to come in front of us if he was to exceed that.
okay, all right.
All right.
All right. And then, because I'm totally illiterate to this stuff, building permits, do they have a lifespan? Does he have till infinity to finish the project, or?
I understand where you're coming from. No, he does not. John, you can expand on that.
In the building permit at the bottom of it, it says that the assumption is once you get the building permit, that
Mhm.
you're ready to go.
Mhm.
So it says at the bottom of the permit that you shall expeditiously work to get the project complete in a timely manner. I believe internally, the building department, I want to say it's between 6 months and a year that you would
Okay.
have to reapply for a building permit.
Okay, yeah, because this is ambitious. We're making a 1-bedroom cottage, I think, into a three-bedroom. So
Mhm.
that's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, that's ambitious. All right, I think, and also his land, do we still have right-of-way access to the river, if I'm not mistaken?
I had a question on that myself. I understand the right of way to the main road is not on his property. That is to the dam. Am I correct?
Correct. That's what,
So he'd have to have a permit with the state of Rhode Island in order to enter the state of Rhode Island, correct?
If you could just bear with me for one.
Oh, definitely. Yep.
Bring up the map, you'll see that any easement or right of way access is actually on the next property over.
Yeah, it goes to the dam, don't it?
yes,
It's probably the state of Rhode Island,
yes.
or rather,
Patuxent River Authority.
yes.
So as you can see here in the highlighted portion, that's Mr. Angelino's property.
Mhm.
And then right here, you can kind of see this is what's currently there. If I zoom in a little bit, this is that kind of half driveway
Yep,
area. And then right here in the tipped line right there, that's the right of way that you're referring to.
okay, so the
Is that
public
right
will,
away for him too?
Yes.
So he can access all his, construction equipment down that right away?
Well, the right of way is,
To the
I
water.
believe it's for the water, yeah.
The side of the road.
Right, that's what I'm wondering. That's what I can't quite figure out.
Is the driveway his? Driveway is not his.
No, I understand it's not. I could be wrong.
I would say that the driveway is not his, no.
I mean, that's how we understood. And we've lived there for like 20 years
Now, the
and
right of way belongs to the Patuxent River Authority?
I believe.
It's located on town property. And it
That's
is,
town property?
it is granted in favor of this landlocked parcel here, which is the Patuxent River Authority.
Okay, now, for him to use that for construction, would he have to have permission?
Yes, he would need permission from the town to enter over this land, because you can see here, the right of way is on this side. If he were to try to have any sort of vehicular access to his property, he would need permission from the town.
But he's gonna need access from the state of Rhode Island, permission to do a permanent access, correct?
I don't believe that there's any permanent access in the proposal. As far as I understand the application, there's going to be a garage somewhere in this area. And I imagine that there's going to be some sort of driveway that follows in that.
Do a curb cut, Russ.
Yes, so he would need a physical alteration permit from the state in order to do any new curb cut if one is proposed.
So you'd have to have a curb cut set up by the state of Rhode Island.
Correct.
Now, would that be required before or after? During construction, he needs a curb cut so he can get in and out of it? Or is he gonna be able to use the town of Coventry land for construction?
He would need to use his own frontage. I mean, there is
That's what I-
over 150 feet of frontage there. He would need to use his own frontage to access his own property.
Did we answer your questions, ma'am?
We did. Thank you. Thank you for my,
Okay, well, if you have any other questions, please ask.
all right, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, anybody else would like to speak on this application for or against it, or questions about the application or anything at all? John, do you have anybody online that would like to speak about the application? Okay. Excuse me, we looked at this quite a bit. The construction, I think it's almost on top of the road, the front entrance. I really disagree with that 100%. I mean, 3 miles to put the house in the road. I myself don't agree with it. Needs so much work, and it is industrial one. And the close proximity to the river really concerns me, as the young lady brought up. Of course, the safety measures will be put in, but I think it's still a very difficult, especially with the dam right there. There's very little land there. And I can understand why the gentleman's trying to build on a lot. He's just trying to, it's an eyesore now. He's trying to improve it, make it better. But I don't think it belongs going even closer to the main road than what it is.
And that actually comes before
It is,
you got permits, right?
Yes, he,
and it's gonna be bigger also.
He created the hardship himself, dimensionally, by
Yes.
starting to do the work without getting the proper permitting and everything else, which could have alleviated all these problems.
and this is not the least relief necessary. They can use it to, if it's rebuilt, with a 1-bedroom. So we're not,
without changing the footprint.
Yeah, this is not the least relief. Anybody else have any questions or discussion on
I
this?
want to look at the property. It's quite a project.
It is.
What he's undertaking is going to take a lot of work. It would be easier to knock it down and build new, to be honest with you. But I don't know about permitting for that either. But
Exactly. I think, I don't know about that either.
It's isn't it part of the Historical Society?
No,
It's not.
No.
If I could just,
He's doing a fairly good job. I just bring it back up to code the best he can.
if I could just add one point, there was Mr. New, you just made a comment about possibly knocking down and building new. In this case, because it is an industrial zone, he does have grandfathered rights for the existing home. So that's why he does also need a special use permit with this project, because he's expanding a non-conforming use. He can do that. He could not tear down and build back new because it's not correct. It's not permitted in that zone as it stands right now.
Okay.
Not saying it couldn't change in the future through some sort of zoning amendment, zone change, but the current circumstances would prohibit it.
Just a very difficult one to decide. I suggest we do a roll call vote on this.
I make the motion, we vote on this tonight.
Okay. Russ?
Actually, I had a quick question before we vote. How far out did the new foundation go from where the existing house was that you did before the permits? Because he built the, right?
He's right on top of it.
Yeah.
You walk out. That's kind of.
It was just about 15 feet
Right on.
15,
before,
yeah.
and now it's hovering right around 13 feet.
Okay. Couple of feet, yeah. Okay.
The pictures
Yes.
show it's
Yeah.
expanded it. So what if he made it smaller, the footprint smaller, and moved it back?
Kept it as a one bedroom. I'd say that's a feasible solution. I mean.
He's got some engineering into this too, but I mean, it's not gonna satisfy the needs of the town. Maybe go back and relook at that.
Okay, at this time here. Motion's been made to take a vote on this tonight. Russ, you second that? Okay, Russ seconded. Keith made the motion. Okay, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Nays? Okay, I have it. All right, this time here, I'd like to do a roll call vote on this. Russ, how do you vote on this?
Based on everything that's here and the report from the staff. Check.
Okay, chair also rejects. Keith,
I reject.
Russ,
Reject.
Lenny,
I reject also.
Mike,
Okay.
Yes, you do.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear Mike's vote.
I don't think I get a vote, do I?
No.
only five, you're correct. Okay, the application is rejected. Okay, the next one we have is, we did the James Nielsen. So
Ryan Patnode.
Brian Pat. Okay, that's a new applicant for tonight?
No, that's was continued from last month.
Brian Patton, okay, 109 Pembroke Lane, says it's plot map 39, lot 238, zoned R20. Applicant seeking a dimensional variance to construct a 15 by 30 attached garage, 8 feet from prop line where 15 feet is allowed. It was continued from last month. Okay, do we have, is the applicant here? Yep,
I forwarded you a couple of emails in support from the neighbors today and passed out one when I got here. So you have 3 emails in support of the addition.
Okay. Mr. Pennell, you have anything you'd like to add?
No, I just have gone over everything. The only thing I'd like to note is, and I don't think I mentioned it last time, that, you know, the remaining side, there's,
Oh, I'm sorry.
yeah,
You got to give your full address.
Ryan Panode, 109 Pembroke Lane, Coventry, Rhode Island, 02816.
Swear you went. You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth.
I do. I
Thank
do.
you.
On the remaining side relief, there is some garden shrubs and stuff there. That stuff will be removed, and there will be a gate and a sidewalk that will all be put in place there. So it'll still have access to the backyard. I'm not sure I clarified that when I was here last time.
Store in the backyard?
Yeah, so the intent is the garage is actually going to have doors on both ends, so you'll still remain to have access to the backyard.
Right, but could you be able to still fit construction equipment through that garage?
If needed, the other side of the house, I would just have to take a fence panel down. I could still get access to the backyard that way. If later on, if the septic ever needed servicing or anything like that, yes, equipment could still be fit in the
So you
backyard.
Thought about this?
I have, yes, sir.
Okay. All right, let me see if there's anybody else who'd like to speak on this application. Okay, any questions from the board? Staff? Any questions? No? Okay, I see none. I'm gonna ask you to take a seat, sir.
Thank you.
I didn't have a complaint with this at all. Board members, anybody have anything they want
Good project.
to bring up?
Yeah.
I drove by there the other day.
Drove by, it's very neat.
Okay. All right. At this time here, I'd like to have a vote on the application.
Chairman, I make a motion to vote on tonight.
Okay, Russell made the motion. Peter seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Okay, Russ, I'm gonna start off with you again on this here application. How do you vote on this application? Approved. I also approve as chair. Keith,
I approve.
Russ,
Approve.
Lenny?
Approve.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Oh,
Mike's turn.
Mike's turn.
Yeah, approve.
Okay. Okay. All right,
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
okay.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Okay. Next one is Susan Messier. Okay. Oh, this is the Regis Street
Yep.
one. Okay, all right, yes, this. Okay, so. Special application, seeking special use permit, dimensional variance for previously constructed 14 by 16 by 15, 7 inches shed located in the front yard applicant entrance. Dimensional relief from the front, side, and rear setbacks. The shed is 14 feet from the front lot line, with 25 feet is required, 25 feet from the rear lot line, with 30 feet is required, and 25 feet from 25 feet from side with 30 feet is required. Okay, I went over, so actually, I was confused with this. I thought this was over at Breezy Lake. And then I realized
So far, consulting.
that's what I can still call it. It was, you know. And I went over there and I looked at this and I thought he's done a good job. He does have another garage on the house, but he's making good use of the land. And if we were to put this closer to his house, I think we'd be doing an inconvenience to him.
I agree.
I agree.
I drove by there yesterday also.
And so I kind of thought he's doing the best he can with the whole situation.
Yeah, you can't go backwards.
And it fits on that road correctly.
Yes.
It's a lot.
Yeah, you can drive right in the street right
Yeah.
over it.
Yeah, you know,
I
and the
agree.
other way, he's almost got back into, and the other thing I really liked was the way the neighbors came up and
Yeah.
supported it.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Oh, yeah.
Well, supported you,
Yeah, supported it.
not just him.
Yeah, yeah.
You weren't here.
I wasn't here, no, I'm sorry.
I love your swing set.
Your neighbors,
Yeah.
came-
Oh, dear God, my
Kids
God.
loved it.
your neighbors came in very strongly in support. At this time here, I'm gonna ask you both to give your name and address for the record.
Susan Mishler, 25 Regis Street, Coventry.
Sir,
Charles Mishler, 25 Regis Street, Coventry.
okay, I'm gonna ask you both to raise your right hand. You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth in front of this board?
Yes,
Okay, is there anything you'd like to add?
just
Yeah, we'd love to.
permission to keep it where it is.
Yeah.
So we can make it look pretty, so it
Right.
doesn't look like,
And safe.
We've got the
It's safe.
siding that matches the house. It's going to completely match the house.
Yeah,
We're
I think you're doing a
trying to
nice job.
really
Mike,
improve.
All right. There's nothing else to add to this. I'm gonna have to take a seat. Let me see if there's anybody here that'd like to speak on this application for or against. We did have, my neighbors right across the street speak in favor of it last month. And I'll see if there's anybody here tonight that wants to speak.
Thank you.
Anybody here would like to speak on this application? Okay, John, is anybody in the audience on online? No? Okay, I suggest we vote on this tonight. Russ, you gotta make the motion.
So moved. Second.
Seconded by Keith, that we vote on this tonight. All those in favor say, we vote on this tonight, say by aye.
Aye.
Anybody who does not wish to, with a nay? Okay, we'll vote on this tonight. Russ, I'm gonna start with you again.
Approved as presented.
I also approve as presented. Keith,
I approve as presented.
Ross,
Approve as presented.
Lenny?
Prove as presented.
Okay, thank you. Okay. All right, now, the next one is new business.
Good night.
Under new business, I have an order applicant of Donald Rhodes. Location is AP 64, lot 52, 83 Reed Avenue. The zone is R20. Applicant is seeking a dimensional variance to construct a 36 by 30 garage, 15 feet 9 inches in height, where a maximum of 15 feet is allowed. The applicant is also seeking a dimensional variance to allow for approximately 36% lot coverage, where a maximum of 20% is allowed.
Okay, is the applicant here, please? Please give your name and record.
Donald Rhodes, 83 Reed Ave, Coventry, Rhode Island.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth in front of this board?
I do.
Okay, when did you purchase this lot?
I've been there over 20 years.
So you remember coming in front of us before?
I have never been in front of you.
Yeah, okay, that's my fault.
No, sir.
Must have been a neighbor or something.
Could have been. I don't.
Okay, explain to me what you'd like to do, sir.
Well, Your Honor, I'd like to put up, and the garage is 30 by 35, not 36. Steel garage in the back. So I can put my Chevelles and my motorcycles in and clean up my yard. I have a container, shipping container that the town wants removed. That's where my cars are now.
Okay, now, I understand you were renting out the pool.
No,
Understood?
What? Renting out the pool?
No,
No.
or commercial endeavor or something?
No, one thing, Mr. Rhodes was operating a pool business. And so there was,
Oh, a pool business on site. He was going to sites.
right,
yes, I have a pool business, but my trucks are parked there, but I don't conduct any business there.
You just parked the trucks there.
I park my trucks there. So there's only one truck. There's only going to be one truck now. One I'm converting to a camper, and it's a solo thing. I'm alone.
That's a solo.
Yeah, there's no other employees but me. I do service work, so I go to customers' houses, fix their pool, maintain their pools, do what I have to do.
All right, so you don't install pools?
I don't install them. I do only service.
Only so. Okay, and so you have one truck only?
I have two trucks right now. One is going to be converted into a camper.
How big are these trucks?
It's a Sprinter 3500 high ceiling.
that's for the vans.
High Q.
Yeah. And that's why I need the 12-foot walls so I can pull that in. I need a 10-foot door to get the truck in because it's 9 feet 6 inches.
And you can't, there's no there's no garage kits that could be smaller, so you could be underneath the,
I would have to go in from the, or orientate the garage another way, and then it would take up too much of my backyard. So
to get a smaller one?
well,
Lower one?
to go in the side of it
Okay.
instead of, to go in the width side.
No,
instead of the
you're
length.
counting the foundation too, so I mean, that 9 inches, you wouldn't have it in the foundation,
No,
no?
So you can't lower it? in other words.
I can't lower it, no, because then it'll be, if it rains, it'll fill with water.
Okay,
So your yard doesn't, it's not kosher to do it that way.
No, it'll take,
Yep.
yeah, it'll take up, I'll end up with a 60 by 60 grass section behind it, which will still give plenty of room for the kids.
Okay.
And I'll have a 20-foot access on the side if I have to get any equipment in. My septic is on the corner right now, the corner of the lot, directly adjacent my house.
Do you have a detached garage now?
Yes.
And you're gonna put another garage behind the garage?
Yes, I wanted to convert at some time later, just make that a little outdoor patio for the pool area.
The existing garage now?
Yes.
Do you think there's any concern with the sheet drainage coming off the building? Are we taking up more area to drain the water into the ground by putting this in? What about the drainage coming off the roofs? You think it's going to be a problem in your property?
I don't think there's going to be a problem. I mean,
John, we looked at that at all?
So that would be something that I would defer to, should he get approval tonight, to the town engineer. That would be handled at the building permit stage anyway. But no, staff was strictly looking at lot coverage from a zoning standpoint.
and how's he gonna access?
So can I just speak on this matter?
Yes, please.
Originally, this was brought to our attention because there was concerns of junk and debris and whatnot in the yard. One of the reasons Mr. Rhodes is here tonight, seek relief for this garage, is because I, an attorney, have worked to get this property cleaned up, which he has made major improvements. In this picture, there's a couple of carports right here. So it's our understanding that this carports and the rest of this will be removed should he be granted permission to construct a garage. The garage is actually going to be located back towards this portion of the property, correct, Mr. Rhodes?
yes.
Right. So all of this is going to be cleaned up and removed. We have a matter pending in front of court, but we've asked for continuance several times so that Mr. Rhodes will go in front of the board and seek relief for this project.
All right, how is he gonna access this?
Right here, that's the street. You can pull right in. It's wide open.
Now, is that, there's a stone wall on one side, I don't remember which side.
There's a stone wall in the front.
Up here. And then you pull into this driveway, but if you enter onto Bassett Street, there is no problem with accessing where he wants to put the garage. It's wide open.
Okay, all right, so you're gonna remove all the other stuff?
Yes.
When you say all,
The Connet box, the two carports and the white, it's you store it box right next to the garage.
So he's seeking relief to kind of address this
all right,
other.
so you don't mind making that a stipulation if it was approved?
No, sir, not at all.
So what would be removed is, again, Kerry, can you straighten me out?
Yep, so it's also, like I said, it's a matter that's been pending in municipal court, and it's also something that Mr. Rhodes, his attorney, Tom Cronin, and I have discussed at length. We've actually performed site visits on this. So it's with our understanding, these two carports right here, and then the box right here.
Yes. And the
That's
Connet
the
box is in the back, right there.
Yep, this
And
coverage
that.
box here, and then the junk and debris
That's already all gone.
Yep, and then over there.
So the only thing will be on that whole side will be the new garage.
Correct.
Yes.
And one truck.
And one truck.
Okay.
Yes, you're taking out all the portable. Yep.
Temporary structure.
You know what? Yeah,
Yes.
it's gonna be this permanent structures. Good.
That's all, that's area now.
Yes.
So, yeah, this is all cleaned up. This is all grass. This is all grass over here.
53, that's a little property.
Yeah, that's a house that's located.
And that's it.
How's the water table now?
Nothing at all. Everybody around me has water in their basement. I have no water in my basement. The house across the street from Bassett pumps water out all.
That's historically a low-lying area. It's Bakerville's been.
Yeah, so this is just a problem. Harry, the new structure will have all our necessary setbacks?
Yes. Yep.
Okay, can you stake this out for us,
Yes, sir.
where it's gonna go, so we can go out and take a look at it?
Yes, sir.
The board agree on that? Let's see it staked out. And so. And you're gonna come in from Bassett,
Yes.
so you're gonna need John, do you need a curb cut or anything? I don't know.
No, there's no.
No, there's already a driveway.
No, there's already kind of a,
That's my drive. That's where the driveway is right now where I park.
yeah, there's already something somewhat there.
So you're gonna drive directly into the new garage right there?
Right? Yes.
The garage doors, are they gonna be facing Bassett Street or Reed Ave?
Bassett Street.
Okay. All right, if there's any other questions for the board?
It's probably not our purview. The guy was right, the guy was right. So what has to happen here, someone's gonna take a look at the drainage. Because he's got a property right next door, and it's probably not us. Someone's gonna take a look at it. Could make things worse on that property. I put the building. Just need to make sure you check it. Do a stipulation with it.
That could
The
be-
sheet drainage off the building could go into his neighbor's property.
Yes, Mr. New. Those neighbors are completely with me and, I have no problem having it changed, but I don't think the water will do anything over there. I'm a pool guy. I deal with water all the time, but I don't think we're gonna have any problems.
Is, John, correct me on this, he's gonna need an engineering study on this then for the water?
Yeah, I mean, I would say that the town engineer would look at it anyway as part of a building permit. Perhaps, if it would satisfy the board, I could, send him an email, see if he could give it just a once over. He might not,
So you
do
can
a
submit a
full.
letter to us whether he approves or disapproves by next month?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Mike. Okay, I'm gonna see if there's anybody, will you take a seat, sir, please, see if there's anybody in here that would like to speak for this or against this application, or just have a question. Please come up. I'm gonna ask you your full name and address.
Good evening. My name is Emil Lavoy Jr. I live at 88 Reed Avenue.
I'm sorry, what's your first name?
Emil, E-M-I-L-E,
EMI,
L-E,
and what was your address?
88 Reed Avenue.
Okay.
I'm kind of like across the street, but diagonal to this gentleman here.
Thank
I've actually yet to meet him.
All right, can you raise your right hand, please? You swear to tell the whole truth, nothing but the truth in front of this board?
I do.
Okay, so point out to me on this map, which one is yours? Now, they tell me you can't touch the map or else it goes crazy.
Unless you jump.
Which is.
All right, so you're down the street,
Your
down
house
the
is on the
hill?
corner, is that Gattery or Bates? Bates, okay.
So you're kind of like, is it not a little hill there or something?
Excuse me?
A little hill,
Yeah, about Bates and then Reed.
so you're below him.
Well, yeah, you got to go uphill.
You gotta go uphill from his house.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was just more so, I've never met him yet. This is the first time I've even seen him, but I look forward to him trying to invest in the property and clean it up along with any of my other neighbors, because some of the areas, I just moved in a year and a half. I love the neighborhood, but some of the areas really need some attention. And I kind of would support the gentleman to give him an opportunity to clean it up. He's saying he's going to get rid of the storage container and the portable tents and such like that. So it'd be nice to see it cleaned up. And I just wanted to offer support that he gets opportunity to clean it up.
Okay,
Because we have like the house that caught fire that being repaired kind of looks and there's a couple other areas that's kind of looking but if he's trying to clean up the area, I look forward to that.
okay.
So I just wanted to state that.
I thank you very much for coming forward.
Thank you for any consideration.
Okay, is anybody else here like to speak? Please step up.
We're together, but she doesn't want to come up, I guess.
Please give your full name and address.
My name is Patrick Sato. It's 84 Reed Avenue.
I'm sorry, what's your last name?
Sato, Saddow.
Saddow.
Yes,
And you said Patrick?
yes.
What's the address?
84 Reed Avenue.
Thank you.
Okay, raise your right hand. Swear to tell the whole truth. Nothing but the truth,
I do.
this board.
Yes, I do. Sorry. I just wanted to say, we actually live straight across the street from him. We're actually looking forward to the work that he plans on doing. We definitely want to support him in any way that's possible. I actually have a question though, with regard to the engineering. Is there anything that he'll be able to do to help assist, like mitigating your sheet flooding? Is that what you're calling it? Sheet drainage, like, so it would be maybe dispersed. So like that way it doesn't stonewall him where he can't get the work done.
No, there's ways to mitigate that.
Oh, okay. All right.
Have to have an engineer, we have to drain it off if that's necessary.
I see. Okay.
Sorry, we have to see if it is necessary.
I see.
So it doesn't create a problem.
Right. Well, it wouldn't for us because we're actually kind of a little bit uphill, and we're across the street. But yeah, I just want to see him succeed. We're definitely for him.
Is
Sorry?
there drainage pipes out in the road?
Yes.
Yeah.
There's like he was saying, the house at I forget what I think it's 81 Reed Avenue is constantly pumping out water into the street from their cellar. So.
Yeah, that's what I was saying, right, but it's not water, I will get it on.
But I just want to go on record as saying we definitely support him. So.
Okay.
And we have met. We are.
Can you step up to the podium, please, ma'am? Please give your full name and address.
Stacy Sato, 84 Reed Ave.
Okay, raise your right hand. You swear to tell the total truth, the most truth from this board?
I do.
Thank you.
We've known Don since he moved in, which was some time ago. I don't want to age myself or my husband, but we've been through his divorce with him and everything else. He's a good father. He's a good neighbor. And yes, he did let his yard get away from him, but he is working hard to clean it up, and he's doing what he can as a single father right now. And being there for his kids at the same time when he can. So I do hope you approve his thing to help him get his yard cleaned up. That's all I can say.
Okay.
Thank you for hearing us out.
All right. If you take a seat. John, is there anybody in the audience or online that would like to speak on this? No. Okay. Unless the board has any further questions, Russ, you're gonna make a motion to continue this?
Chairman, I make a motion, we continue this to a favorable time in the future, probably next month. So that way we can all take a walk out there and take a look at what's going on.
Okay.
I second that motion.
Okay. Russ made it, seconded by Keith.
And you're gonna stake it out, right?
Yes, sir.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays? Ayes have it. Okay.
Mr. Chairman, I don't mean to interrupt.
No, please.
Only, I just want to make a point. If you're continuing to a date, not date certain, then you have to close the hearing. Otherwise, you have to continue to a specific date. If you continue it to January, decide to continue it again, that's fine. Just don't have a date.
The first Wednesday,
January 4th,
January 4th,
2023.
2022. Okay, the date that will continue it to. Okay, is there any other questions by the board? Anything else? John, you have any questions? Okay, Carrie, do you have any?
No, sir, I'm all set.
Okay. I'm sorry?
Did we vote on?
To continue, yes, I guess we can vote on it to continue it
To date certain.
on a date certain, February,
January 4th.
January 4th, 2023. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Okay, is that the end of it tonight?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second.
As a matter of business, we have to see if there's anybody in the audience for public comment.
Oh, okay. Is there anybody here for public comment? I see none. Thank you, Terry, for bringing that up. We have none, so, do I have an adjournment now?
Motion to adjourn.
Second it.
All those in favor, aye.
Aye.
Nays, ayes have it. Thank you all for coming.
Thank you.